The question now, how has a suspect been able to evade law enforcement for more than 6 hours? NewsNation's Elizabeth Vargas is live in Atlanta following the latest. And Liz, much of that area where you are now was under a shelter-in-place order for more than 3 hours, but he could now be anywhere?
Well, that's what authorities fear, Elizabeth. It's so good to be with you. It's really hard to believe that he has been able to evade authorities for 6 hours, especially when you're here on the scene and you see just the sheer amount of authorities. But think about the chaos, and that really gives you an indication of how much chaos there was after the incident. Initially, there were reports of a carjacking that wasn't linked initially, and then after some time, authorities were able to link the two, which is why the search expanded outside of Fulton County, where we are right now, to Cobb County. Now, to give you some context, Cobb County sort of hugs Fulton County. It's much more rural. It's home to Truist Park, a lot of residential homes. It would be certainly very strenuous for a search effort there, which explains why there are so many agencies. We know MARTA is involved, Georgia State Police. We're not very far from Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is involved. So as you can imagine now, the search is spanning 2 counties as opposed to 1. Very, very high alert, Elizabeth.
Patterson was there at a medical facility for an appointment. He was there with his mother. The appointment was for him, and there are reports that the mother was concerned about Deion Patterson's mental health. Can you confirm those?
We're really working with authorities because, just like you, I am seeing certainly a lot in this digital world, information reports coming out. We can confirm that he was in the appointment. We can confirm that she was there with him for the appointment, but that is all that we know at this time. What we do know about the 5 victims that were shot, their ages ranging from 25 to 71, as you mentioned, a 39-year-old woman dead. Now, what we can't confirm with authorities is whether or not he did become agitated in the waiting room, which we have seen multiple agencies report that, but we cannot confirm that with authorities at this time.
And were these victims all just patients who were also waiting for appointments? Do we have any idea who they are, if they were just, unlucky enough to be there that day, this afternoon?
Right. Well, and that's certainly that I saw some medical professionals leaving the building earlier, and I asked them that question. They couldn't give me any of the details on whether or not those were fellow employees. We, as you know, don't have any information as to their names. We just know their ages and their gender. But one of the things that we've pressed authorities on is whether or not that they were working, could give us more information on whether or not he had interactions with them. Something that we're working on with authorities at this time.
So, Liz, there's no word yet on any kind of a motive?
Not word on a motive. Now, I will say that the family is cooperating, and we also know that the mother is cooperating with authorities. And we do know that, this is a former Coast Guardsman. We've actually gotten a statement from the Coast Guard. Is saying, in part, the Coast Guard is aware of the tragic incident in Atlanta allegedly involving Mr. Deion Patterson. Our deepest sympathies are with the victims and the family. The Coast Guard Investigative Services is working closely with Atlanta Police Department and local authorities in the investigation. But I do, if I may play a quick piece of sound from someone who was actually a witness, and he was taken aside by authorities almost immediately after the incident. I want to play this for you to give you some context on really the sheer amount of chaos that was here at lunchtime in the middle of the day. Here it is.
A couple of us ran into the parking garage trying to get out before, everything got, chaotic. And while we were in the parking garage, one guy was able to get out, but the SWAT team came in front of my car. And, they had guns drawn and everything. Apparently, I looked like the suspect, dressed like me and everything, except he had a mask on. So I went to reach in for my ID, had their guns at me. But after they seen who I was, the situation was cleared, and they told me to leave my car there. And they walked me to the building adjacent, where it was like a whole bunch of evacuated nurses that were crying. Apparently, they had seen the situation. And there was a police officer that came in there to give us a briefing of, everything that was going on.
Elizabeth, that really speaks to the sheer amount of chaos that was here at lunchtime, a lot of office buildings, people mulling around. Before I let you go, there's a $10,000 reward at this time. Authorities, as you know, and as the folks here in Atlanta and the surrounding counties know, it's really a desperate search. Every minute counts.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.